Prince Albert Challenge Cup to open things up after tea on day 2 here at Henley Royal Regatta. Picture of concentration. It's calm on the surface, and at the moment the trees motionless, the leaves not being buffeted around too much, but the wind in the last few minutes did pick up. Good. In the bow seat for Oxford Brookes. Certainly some psychological preparation going on there.
King's College, Oxford Brookes. When I see you're both straight and ready, I'll start you like this. Attention, go. Get ready, please. Attention, go!
The dulcet tones of Sir Matt Pinsent getting things underway after the tea break here at Henley Royal Regatta. And as we say, on the Bucks station, we've got Oxford Brookes University. On the Bark station, King's College London and the Prince Albert Challenge Cup. And how will they navigate their way past Temple Island? Well, they seem to have kept right pretty successfully there, Oxford Brookes University. Peter, it's fascinating, isn't it, watching the start of these races and how they navigate through these difficult opening stages.
I love it. The release of that tension that we were just watching there as they were getting ready to set off. Hearing the umpire's voice for the first time is always such a nerve-wracking thing because you know you're about to go, but that release of tension, and we saw there setting off the blocks, Oxford Brookes going off at 44 strokes a minute, King's College at 46, but Oxford Brookes making the best of it now as we come up towards the barrier.
Ben Murphy nearest to the picture in the bow seat, and James Powell, Hamish Miller, and in the stroke it's Adam Langton, and you can just see tucked down there at the front of the boat is Alexandra Wenyunni Cox for Oxford Brookes B, and they've just taken an early lead here by half a length, just half a length up on King's College London, and so far so good for Oxford Brookes on the Buck station. A splash, and you can see the flags fluttering in the background. That wind has picked up.
The wind has picked up, but Oxford Brookes have maintained a slightly higher rate of striking here. They're still up at 37 strokes a minute, so they haven't strode down into their race rhythm just yet, which is what King's College on the left of the screen have already started to do. So Oxford Brookes still up at 37 strokes a minute, and with that, it's paying dividends. They're up to a full length now, which is impressive stuff as we come up to the barrier.
Paying dividends at the moment. How long they'll be able to keep this up for, and what they might have to pay in terms of energy expenditure a bit further down the course, we'll wait and see.
Well, it's an important thing to consider because the winner of this race goes on to face Harvard University A crew, who set the course record in 2011, 6:57, and in a heat. So certainly an intimidating foe for the next round of this heat for the Prince Albert Challenge Cup.
Big crowds in now, as you'd expect. The weather, well, it's not anything like yesterday in terms of heat, a lot cooler today. We haven't had too much rain. There was a prediction of a few showers today, but that hasn't come to fruition. Everyone dry and enjoying the rowing. Not sure how much the stroke for Oxford Brookes is enjoying it there. Grimace on the face of Adam Langton.
Yeah, not only that, but just having received a warning there to move back onto station. So Oxford Brookes started to veer slightly into the middle of the river, which can apply pressure to the King's College boat and start to push them towards the booms, and nobody wants to clatter their oars into the booms when they're only halfway down the course. So Oxford Brookes under a bit of pressure to move over to their side of the course. We mentioned earlier that there was a bit more wind, and the wind tends to move across the course from the Buckinghamshire station, where Oxford Brookes are in the red, over to the King's College London station. So that can have an effect on their steering and start to push them off course. Any kind of corrections that they've got to do as well means applying the rudder, and the coxswain having to apply the rudder means only applying resistance into the water and slow them down slightly. It can also introduce a bit of wobble into the boat and unbalance them. Any kind of unbalance like that means difficult entry and exit of the blade work, and it's not what they want to be doing when they've only got what looks like 3/4 of a length now up on King's College.
Yeah, Oxford Brookes, 3/4 of a length, possibly a length up on King's College. King's College there in the white vests. And they're looking pretty relaxed at this stage. Look like they have a race plan and know what they're about. Faces perhaps more relaxed than in the boat of the Oxford Brookes rowers. A little bit more tense, a bit more gritty.
It certainly looks it. I mean, they're only striking 32 strokes a minute here, which makes me think they've probably got an extra gear for a really strong surge as they come up through the enclosures. That tends to be the point in most of these cruise race strategies. If they're ever so slightly behind, as you come into the enclosures and you start to get that moral support from the screams and cheers on the bank, that's when they start to kick it up a gear and really try to get back into contention for a win, which is ever so crucial, because in these races, one crew goes forward, one crew goes home. But look at that, Oxford Brookes still making the best of it and extending their lead. Yeah,
the mile marker is not too far away, and they have extended their lead, Oxford Brookes. Just looking as they hit the mile marker, how much King's College have left in the tank here. Can they put up a battle to get back level and indeed get in front of Oxford Brookes? So, 3/4 of a mile marker in their wake. So Matthew Pinsent, you can see in the boat there, keeping a close eye on things. Umpires have been busy in the last couple of days, as you'd expect.
Looks like they're struggling a bit there with the wind, some of the blade work wobbling a bit, but they're only striking 34 strokes a minute, so I also think that they will have an extra gear to go to if they need it, if they look back, which is such a commanding position to be in, to look back on your opposition, react to any kind of pressure that they might bring at the later stage of the race, lift the rating a bit, try to keep their bow well out in front towards the line.
Past the mile marker they go, 550 yards left, and it's going to be a gritty 550 yards for Oxford Brookes. They need to hang on there with their half length, maybe 3/4 length advantage, and they are able to keep a close eye on exactly what King's College are up to, sitting where they want to at this point in the race. Both boats safely past the mile marker, and it looks as if Oxford Brookes have this one sewn up as they go past the enclosures, past the grandstand, heading towards the stewards, being urged to get back to their side of the course. Yeah, so Matthew Pinsent once again there. Busy bank to the River Thames on the Berkshire side. Strategy clear, all to see really. Get in front of the King's College boat, turn up the water as much as you can, and hope that looks after things.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything changing here now. I mean, both of these crews haven't changed their rate here. They're both still at 34 in the Oxford Brookes boat, 32 in the King's College boat, and still more warnings for Oxford Brookes here. It doesn't look as though the dirty water is getting into the blade work of the King's College London boat. Although, as I say that, you can see the puddles starting to move towards King's College as we hear Matt Pinsent there screaming again for Oxford Brookes to move over.
Yeah, he's going to have arm ache, isn't he, at the end of this one? His right arm has been extended out for most of this race, trying to urge Oxford Brookes to shift across to their side of the course, but they are just about home and hosed, Oxford Brookes. Been a good race against King's College London. It looks as if Ben Murphy at bow, James Powell, Hamish Miller and Adam Langton have enough. The finish line you can see there. Final few strokes. Oxford Brookes B progress in the Prince Albert Challenge Cup in clear water, a couple of lengths as indeed it was for much of that race. And a good win for Oxford Brookes University B against King's College London.